You're one of only 10,000 Americans out of 320 million who has 40. And yet that's not enough. You have to exaggerate and claim to have 80. That's the kind of guy he is. That's sickness. That's sickness. Hey, that is called sickness. Sickness. And there's something wrong with him. And you should pray for this guy. But whatever you do, don't elect this guy. He can't become your president. If you make that kind of mistake, you deserve the hell and high water that you get. Donald is a sick man, and he needs a psychiatrist. He is a narcissist, and the narcissism is a camouflage. He uses that to camouflage the deep, dark sickness that he has in his mind. He feels terrible about himself. He knows he's a child molester. He knows he's a rapist. He knows he's a bald-headed old white man. And so he covers all of that up with this false sense of bravado and this false sense of self-confidence. And it's very unattractive. And it's very foolish. Quite frankly, it's asinine. I've never seen anyone in the condition that this man is in. He needs to be he's a cancer that needs to be excised from the body of politics. No reverse gear is more backwards than Donald. I am Sherman D. Manning. I'm going to have to sign off. I haven't forgotten. We're going to be doing Making a Murderer, the series. It's coming soon. But you all got to understand that. Please do. I've been, quite frankly, overwhelmed. When you were locked up, as long as I was locked up, for a crime you know you didn't commit, and you're still trying to clear your name, which I'm working on, working with a great private investigator as we speak. And there's just a lot going on that keeps me tied up. And, you got to understand, I came out of prison without a suit because I'd outgrown all of my clothes. And I had a lot to do and still have a lot to do. And so, to be quite frank with you, someone was telling me yesterday that they think I'm doing a great job having to do the things that I've had to do and being as settled as I am under the circumstances. They were complimenting me and telling me not to be so hard on myself, to slow down a little bit and take time and breathe. And I drank my first cup of tea yesterday. And usually I drink 1 cup of tea every day. And I drink it softly, I drink it slowly, and I drink it hot. And I just enjoy it. But I had not taken the time to drink a cup of tea. I really hadn't, because I've been running and trying to get to the place. I felt like I got to make up for lost time. But this beautiful lady explained to me yesterday that I will never make up for lost time. That all you can do is all you can do. But all you can do is enough. But take time to enjoy the process of being free and quit running so much. And I knew she was right, because intellectually I already knew that. But emotionally I had forgotten about it. And so I'm slowing down a little bit. I mean, I'm going to always be a go-getter. That's just my nature. I was raised that way, to get up and get it done. I'm going to always be a guy who tries to do a lot of things and works 18, 20-hour days. That's who I am. That's what I'm about. That's what I like to do. I enjoy it. And as long as you enjoy it and you're having fun, it's great if you take care of yourself in the process. But I am going to learn balance. And I'm learning that now. To slow down. To enjoy it. To enjoy the journey. And not just try to get to the destination. To know that it is about the journey and not just the destination. So, Sherman D. Manning, get my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Tell your friends to get that book. I believe that the book will make a difference in this country and help to spark and activate and motivate some leaders in this country. And remember, readers are leaders. If you don't read, you can't lead. You have to read to stay informed. We have to start a literacy process, a literacy campaign in this country. We've got to get people back to reading, especially black folks, if you don't mind my saying. We have to read everything we get our hands on, and we have to be motivated, and we have to be excited about reading. Reading changes lives. Remember, readers are leaders. Can you write it down? The Truth About O.J. Simpson. Go to Amazon.com and get it by Sherman D. Manning. And I have a lot of other books that I've written that you could certainly benefit from reading also. Next week, finally, back by popular demand, my classic book, From the Prison to the Palace, will be available again on Amazon.com. I've gotten a lot of calls about it. I've gotten emails about it. I've gotten church members asking me about it. And we had just, had gone out of print because I wrote that book, I guess, 8 or 9 years ago, I think. But it will be back on Amazon.com starting next week, 1 week from today. You will be able to get From the Prison to the Palace. And it is a book loosely based on the life of Joseph. Joseph was in prison for attempted rape, locked up for 13 and a half years for a crime he did not commit. Wrongful convictions didn't start in L.A. They didn't start with Manning. They started in the beginning, and so forth and so on. And so it is a book that I think will elucidate the judicial system in a mighty way. And I encourage everybody to write that down and make yourself a personal note to get that book, From the Prison to the Palace. It'll be available next week on Amazon.com. But for right now, get my brand new book. It's been out less than a month now. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get it at local bookstores. Get it on Amazon.com. I am Sherman D. Manning. Let me know you heard this podcast. Send me an email at shermandmanning@gmail.com. shermandmanning@gmail.com. Simply drop me a line and let me know that you heard the podcast. Let me know that you heard it. Do me a favor. Pray for me. If you believe in God, pray for me. Ask God to order my steps. Ask Him to give me the energy, the strength, the ingenuity, the intuition, and the inspiration to follow the orders that He gives me, and ask Him to motivate me to go forward. Also ask Him to touch these lips of clay, to anoint my tongue. And on tomorrow, when I stand up before that congregation, whether it's 20 people or 20,000 people, ask Him to use me in a mighty way to deliver the word that is in my spirit, that is in my belly, because I'm so pregnant with this word I can't hardly see straight. I'm so excited about it I can't hardly sleep at night. I have been groaning in the spirit all day long. I want to preach this word. I feel like I was born to preach. I love writing. I love giving speeches. I love motivating people. I love inspiring people. I love encouraging people. There's a lot of things I love to do. But baby, make no mistake about it, there's nothing I love more than preaching the gospel of our Lord and Savior. There's nothing I love more than that. And these people are surrounding me here. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but you know what? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I ain't going to fear no evil, for He is with me. His rod and His staff, they comfort me. And He prepares a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. And so I ain't worried about nothing. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I've been in some darker places than this. And I've been in some deadlier places than this. Remember, I just left Charlie Manson, okay? I just left Eric and Lyle Menendez. I just left stone cold killers. And the killers I left had the audacity and the temerity to walk around prison as if they had done the nation a favor. And so if I didn't cower and bow down in there, I'm certainly not going to cower here. I'll be wise. I'll be alert. I'll be conscious. I'll do my best to do the right thing and to take care of myself and to take care of the people that I love. But I'm not going to be scared. God bless you. God bless you. Pray for me. Ask God to use me tomorrow. Again, I'll be preaching my first sermon in a mighty long time tomorrow. I mean, I preached a whole lot in the last few years in showers and other places, but a formal sermon in a pulpit, this will be the first one in more than a decade. God bless you. Sherman D. Manning. Get my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Please, please shoot me an email at shermandmanning@gmail.com and tell me that you heard this podcast. Keep hope alive. I'll see you tomorrow.